As you know, there are some foods that are good and there are some foods that are bad. So watch this video as I share with you the top 5 worst foods for your joints. Hey there, I'm Coach Brian Klepacki, certified sports nutritionist. I'm a functional movement specialist, and I've been coaching and training athletes and individuals just like you for the past almost 2 decades now. And a popular topic that usually gets brought up is the topic of what should I eat and what should I avoid. It's a very common question amongst all types of individuals, and you're probably asking the question right now, that's why you're watching this video, what should I be eating and what should I avoid? Well, I'm gonna share with you the top 5 foods you should avoid to protect your joints. These are foods that are the worst of the worst. These are the foods that are gonna not do anything good, and in fact, they're actually gonna hurt your joints by robbing those joints and all the cartilage and all the minerals. They're gonna suck everything out of those joints, and unfortunately, it's gonna cause a breakdown over time. And if you're like me and you're active and you're doing a lot of pounding on those joints, like from running, playing basketball, or just excessive strength training, your joints need to be protected. And again, this list is not an exhaustive list. These are just the top 5 foods that you should avoid if you want to protect your joints. And by the way, you should be protecting your joints because your joints, if you've ever had bad joints, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just gonna stop you and pretty much sideline you from all the activities that you wanna do. And if you're not active, you still wanna protect your joints because your joints kind of are important for daily activities. Think about it. You're going from sitting to standing or standing to sitting. You gotta climb steps. You gotta move a little bit. Your joints, elbow joint, wrist joint, knee joint, hip joint. There's a lot of joints in the body and you wanna do everything you possibly can to protect them. All right, you ready? So here's number 1, sugar. Yeah, this one's obvious. Sugar has become the drug of choice for so many individuals, and unfortunately, the fitness community and the medical community is starting to strongly agree that chronic inflammation is a direct result from sugar. I'm not just talking just an excessive amount of sugar, I'm just talking a trivial amount of sugar all throughout the day. Think about what you put in your coffee, some sweetener, that's sugar. Think about a cookie that you snuck in right before bed, that's sugar. Sodas, you name it, sugar is abundant, and unfortunately it does cause a lot of inflammation within your joints. Number 2, alcohol. Now, I like an occasional glass of wine or maybe a pint of beer with my buddies, but I don't overdo it. Alcohol is one of those things that it really doesn't serve a purpose other than maybe a social icebreaker. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, alcohol doesn't really serve that great of a purpose, especially for joint care. It increases the inflammation within your gut, and ultimately it kind of rids the gut and the intestines and your liver of the essential nutrients and the enzymes and the microbiomes and things like that. That's there to help reduce inflammation. So if you're struggling with joint pain, maybe you might need to consider cutting out alcohol completely, because it has been shown that alcohol does cause chronic inflammation in the body. Number 3, this is a good one, grains. Like it or not, refined or not, sprouted or not, grains have been shown to become inflammatory or cause inflammation inside the body. Now, there are certain grains that are more beneficial than others. That's a different topic. But grains in a nutshell, I don't even know if that makes sense, in a grain shell, they cause inflammation inside the body, especially the joints. So if you're a heavy carbohydrate consumer, cereals, breads, pastas, crackers, chips, things like this, you're eating this all throughout the day and you're suffering from joint pain, or you might not be suffering from joint pain yet, it's a good chance that the inflammation and the pain that you're experiencing could be coming from your grains. So you definitely want to heavily restrict or cut out grains completely. Number 4, now this one's a little bit sneaky. I call these the ninja oils. These are refined vegetable oils. Things like soy, sunflower, canola. These are oils that you want to stay away from. Now, when I say refined, you got to make sure that these are refined oils that you're staying away from, because there are good fats out there like coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil. These are good fats, or good oils that have great healthy fats in them. But when they go through the refining process, like soy, sunflower, canola, things like this, they strip away all the healthy fats and leave with you the bad fats. And the bad fats cause inflammation inside the body, chronic inflammation all throughout the body, not just your joints, but your gut and your muscular system and things like that. You just feel puffy, and it's going to develop into just pain over time. So cut out the refined vegetable oils and stick with true extra virgin or cold pressed oils such as avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil. Those are going to be your best options. Number 5, pasteurized dairy. You know what's crazy? Almost 3/4 of the world has an intolerance to lactose. The body doesn't just naturally metabolize the lactose within dairy. So you want to just kind of eliminate dairy altogether. That's my honest opinion. I've been dairy free for a long time. I'll occasionally sneak in some cheese, like something like that. Even down to the protein powder I use, it's mostly plant-based. And the reason why, that's just my personal preference, but I know if you're consuming a lot of cheese, a lot of milk, a lot of protein powder, or dairy or whey type of protein, I personally feel just heavy. I feel thick, and I just feel kind of sluggish. So what happens is when the dairy goes through the pasteurization process, it strips away all the good bacteria within the dairy, and that's gonna do some damage on your gut. They do that just to avoid certain types of bacteria that could become harmful to certain individuals. It all comes down to regulations and governing what actually is going through the dairy pasteurization process. Now, if you can't get away from pasteurized dairy, go to non-pasteurized dairy, whole milk, raw milk, things like that if you really have to get that dairy fix. Personally, in my opinion, just get rid of dairy altogether, and you're gonna see some incredible things happening to your body. So the 5 that I just shared with you, these are just some of the top foods that you should avoid if you're looking to reduce inflammation and joint pain. Now, there's something, it's good to cut out stuff, but what about actually adding stuff into your diet, into your daily routine that is gonna actually be beneficial? Obviously, cutting out stuff is gonna be beneficial, but are there certain things that you should add to really expedite the process, to reduce joint pain, to reduce inflammation, without any type of medical intervention, without any type of pharmaceutical drugs? So what we did is we came up with a book called 101 Superfoods to help reduce inflammation and joint pain. It's an incredible book that we put together from months and months of research, jamming this book full of information that is going to be helpful to you to live a healthier life and to actually hopefully live a happier life as well, because you're going to be hopefully pain-free and just filled with energy and vitality. So if you want more information on this book, I'll share with you in just a second, but let me just stress how important this book can be to your life. It's 101 superfoods. There's no hocus pocus, weird ingredients in there. These are ingredients and food groups and beverages that you should be consuming on a daily basis. I'm telling you, if you want to live a happier, healthier life, you need to get this 101 Superfoods book. Okay, so hopefully I sold it enough for you, but if you want more information on this book, click this box right here. Click it, it's going to send you to another website where you're going to learn more information about it, or you can click the link underneath this video. That's all I wanted to share with you today, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking here. And here's another food video that I know you're going to enjoy watching. I'm Coach Brian here with Criticalbench. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.